Hi, everyone. Okay, this is Facebook Live number 2 for Heliades.com. And I hope this is recording. Welcome. I'm Sharon. I design and make. Okay, I think it's recording. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm Sharon. I design and make sun protection clothing with some street appeal for you to wear every day. And if you are a skin conscious individual, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get what I mean. So today I wanted to give you an update on the progress of a new design that I'm currently working on. It is a hoodie tunic style, and if you have suggestions for what to call it, I would love if you would leave me a comment or send me a direct a DM. Okay, so what I was going for is a look that is versatile, a little more of an elevated look than, and with types of color combinations that you would see on the street. It's still functional fashion, all the sun protection, blocking 98% of UV rays, but it still feels really comfortable. And my body wants to feel like I'm wearing pajamas even when I'm outside, but I don't necessarily want to look like I'm wearing my pajamas. Although I have to say, I have done that during this pandemic. I forgot that I was wearing what I was wearing, and I wandered outside the house with my nightgown on as a t-shirt. So it happens, right? Okay, so let's dive into this a little bit. Okay, so last week I told you I had some highlighter yellow prototypes, and this is the reason why I wasn't super keen to show you, because it's not super attractive, but I do this step, this prototyping step, multiple times, as many times as I need to. It helps me to develop the pattern without wasting fabric, because what I do is I use the fabric I have rejected for draping purposes, and then I save the actual fabric for when I get to the sample stage. So, okay, so here is the first sample. Here is the first sample. And I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it. Okay. The pattern development is far enough along that I was ready to take the plunge and try making this with actual fabric. So I could see how the hoodie tunic garment would fall or drape on a human being. Okay, so here is the front. Okay, and here is the back, which I'm kind of bummed because it's dark. It's hard to see, so I need to work on my lighting for the next time. Okay, but I'm just using my light to show you this is the back. Okay, so there is a pleat in the back, and there's a yoke here because I wanted to visually break up the real estate that we have on our backs, so it's a little more of a flattering silhouette. It's also longer in the back to cover more of your tushy, and then I cut the curve kind of like an optical kind of on an optical, almost like on a diagonal across the sides of your tushy, so it doesn't look like it's a box. And I think you know what I'm talking about. So there is a little flap back here that flips up so that you have a little bit more protection on your neck. And then there is also a flap at the front. So what I wanted to achieve here, okay, let me get the light on it again for you guys. I'm so sorry. Someday I'm going to be so pro at this. Okay, so I wanted to have a nice like a flattering neckline. So I like how it has a nice drape here. I like the way this falls, and then you can still show off your necklace of the day. See? And then, of course, the hoodie, because it's a hoodie tunic. And the hoodie is 2 layers of UPF 50 fabric. And I love using contrasting fabric. I wanted a hoodie that's easy to pull up and cover your hair and your scalp, so you could protect it, the color of your hair as well as your scalp for the times when you don't have a hat on hand or when it's, you know, it's windy. So and then the other thing I wanted to show you, another little cool feature is so the neck. So another little functional detail, the neck, I really like to protect my neck here. So I came up with this idea to attach the neckline to the hood when you want to have a little bit more coverage. So here is it down, you just tuck it in and it drapes really nice. Okay, and then it's got this nice piece here that flips up to cover your neck. And then what you can do, let me just show you with pins really quick. If I'm boring you, I'm sorry. Is you have some nice neck coverage when you need it, okay? I like the idea of attaching the neckline to the hood. So when you want it, you have a little more coverage right through here. But my first try, it didn't go so well. I tried using some snaps, and then I just spent a bit of time snapping, snap on, snap off, snap on, snap off. And because the fabric is so forgiving, I don't think the snap is quite the way to go. And you want something, you know, that's really fast, and the snap is not so fast. So I don't really want to give up on this feature. I really, really like it. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board next week. I have a couple of other ideas that I want to try. So I'm not totally giving up on this yet. Also, I am debating about adding a pocket to the front. You know, I have a couple of designer friends who are, you know, what I would consider, you know, advocates of the pocket. It's so functional. And I'm going to experiment with this because what I don't want to do is add more bulk around our midsection or here. But the fabric is really lightweight, so I'm just going to experiment and see. So that's another update that I will have to give you a little later. Okay, so maybe I should show you, try to show you what it looks like on if you'll be able to see it. So I wonder if I try this way. Okay. So here is how the neckline drapes on a person, on a body. I think it's flattering. I can still see, you can still show off some bling, which is nice. Then when I want to protect my neck, here's how the hoodie looks with it just on to cover the back of my neck. And I have a clippy here, so it's a little pointy, okay? But then I'm gonna show you with the snaps on. and the neck flipped up for more neck coverage. See? Okay. So, and you can see I have some nice coverage for the sides of my face. I'm wearing some tinted sunscreen right now, so it's hard to see, but I do have melasma on either side of my face. It's hard to see it, but I assure you it is there. So, you know, I could do this, or even, you know, even this when I need to. So you can see the possibilities, right? Then with the hood down, it just drapes. Okay, now you can see what I'm talking about with the yoke in the back. It just kind of breaks up that visual line and the real estate on your back, right? Okay, so in terms of how it fits and how it feels. So remember, I wanted to make something that would be versatile and could look a little more elevated than loungewear, while still retaining all of the functional sun protection properties that I'm like totally obsessed about. So in terms of functionality, just a quick reminder, this is 100% UPF 50 protection that won't wash out. Okay, so this is permanent sun blocking properties to block more than 98% of UV rays from reaching your skin. So while I don't want it to look like loungewear, I do want it to feel like loungewear. So I have been wearing this all day since I finished it over, you know, multiple days. And the fabric, it does feel like pajamas or like a nightgown, really. It's super soft and silky feeling, and it's not binding when I move around. Okay, so when I do this or up like this, okay, see that stretch? And it's also not clingy. Okay, so you're not gonna see, it just drapes around your shape, and so there's no like bulging looking kind of thing. So it's what I would call very forgiving clothing, which is something I'm into right now. I've always been into that, but even more now. So the feeling is very cozy, like you're kind of like swaddled. It's very comfortable to wear all day. I've been comfortable wearing it. It's not something that you feel like as soon as you get home, you want to change out of. It's something that you would feel okay, you know, just, you know, wearing all the time. And it has what I consider to be like street appeal. With the hardcore functionality of sun protection. So far, this design is checking the boxes for me, and which means that I'm going to keep proceeding with design development. That's kind of how my process works. If it doesn't check the boxes, I have to move on and come up with, you know, approach the idea at it with another angle. So this is definitely slow fashion. There's still some refining to do with this design, and I have to work on the sizing and the grading of the pattern. So I thank you for being patient and supporting my slow fashion sun protection movement. And of course, I would really love your support, and you could do this in a variety of ways. There's a sign up button at the top, near the top of my Facebook page, Heliades UPF clothing, sun protection clothing. If you just click on that to sign up for my newsletter, I send out something about once a week, and this year my goal is to send more offers through the newsletter. So what I want to do is give my newsletter subscribers better promotions than what you would see on our website. So it's an added bonus for joining our community. And then, of course, I would love if you would follow, like, or friend me on social media. My handle on all three is at @GetHeliGirl. And I'm mainly present on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. You can also just go to our website, heliades.com, and you'll find the links, the social media links there. You just click on it and you'll go straight to it. And then please hit the button to follow, like, or friend me. Okay, so I'm going to keep working on this, come up with a better solution for keeping the neck and the hood up to cover for coverage here. Think about a pocket, and then I'll get back to you probably next week with another update. Feel free to leave me any comments, and I would love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching and joining me. Bye.